Greetings and salutations from the Bronx, New York City. My name is Billy Ray Valentine, and welcome to the very first edition of America Unplugged here on Iconic. He's an excellent author, excellent radio host, ladies and gentlemen. Go support him and what he does. We're going to talk about some stuff. Don, are you ready?
Absolutely.
What's going on with ISIS, man? Right? So they killed for the umpteenth time the ISIS leader, al-Baghdadi. Tell me something about it.
Yeah. The new guy, well, they always have to have some kind of Muslim leader. They don't have bin Laden anymore. They killed him several times, including the fake one with Obama. And now this guy Baghdadi apparently broke his record. I don't know how many times they've killed this guy, but they appear to be recycling the exact same script. Yeah. I mean, the people that are buying into Trump's nonsense were the ones who quite naturally rolled their eyes at Obama's the fake White House photo of Hillary Clinton holding her hand over her mouth, and the ridiculous burial at sea, which, I have Muslims in my family, and I can tell you that's not a Muslim tradition.
Yeah.
It's absolutely not. It's the farthest thing from it. But they sold the American public on that, and now they did the exact same thing here. And Trump has even added his juvenile tactics of saying he cried and died like a girl or like a dog or something. And they've even thrown a heroic dog in, which the guy supposedly killed himself. I'm not sure how the dog was heroic. He didn't prevent him from killing. So I don't. But again, it's just these things are so stupid, and they have Hollywood written all over them. I mean, this is just bad movie scripts, but this is what we get for politics, and too many people buy it.
Yeah, it's reminiscent of Pat Tillman and that story, how that was completely fabricated. The Bin Laden story, completely and totally fabricated. There was a death certificate that he died in, I think, December of 2001 from kidney failure. And then they roll him out again when it's convenient and killed him 8,000 times. These people seem to be immortal. They keep coming back. I don't understand it, Don. Why is this important? Right? At this point, nobody even knew, in reality, nobody even knew who this guy really was.
As long as they can keep the masses distracted from this crumbling country, from the fact we have a third world infrastructure and now we're taking on a third world population to match it, when we have massive corruption at all levels, I mean, every level, down to dog catcher. Virtually anybody in position of power is corrupt in America today. And if they're not, they're so outnumbered, they can't do anything about it anyhow. Yeah. Just the problems we have in this country are massive. The worst healthcare system in the world. I mean, you name it. I mean, just the mismatch of a bloated government that provides no services but takes a lot of our money. So we get nothing for, we get the worst of socialism, because we really don't get any services in return, and the worst of capitalism as well. But all of this distracts these endless, what H.L. Mencken years ago, one of the great classical liberals, called an endless series of hobgoblins. I mean, he would be going nuts now if he saw the kind of hobgoblins. These are demons. They're foreign demons, largely, especially ones in the Middle East. They're either operatives, CIA operatives like Saddam Hussein was, Osama bin Laden, whoever this guy Baghdadi probably undoubtedly was. To the extent that these are even real people, I don't even know if they're real or not, but they're to distract us from the domestic problems. And so we always have, it's true, the roads have potholes in them, and, you can't, the bridges are crumbling, and the power grids are so outdated that any real terrorist could take you down in 30 seconds if they existed, because, strong wind makes the power go out in America, even places like one of the wealthiest, where I live, one of the wealthiest counties in the United States. We have awful infrastructure here and terrible power grids. So I can't imagine what it's like in Mississippi and Arkansas. But the fact that we have all these problems at home, and yet they continually distract the masses with these cartoon caricatures overseas, these hobgoblins, these demonized that we know, it's true, we do have problems here, but we have to stop. We have to go protect the Kurds. We have to do, people that can't even find these places on a map, most Americans can't, but they're ready to send their firstborn to die, to save the Kuwaitis or the Kurds or whoever they're promoting at the moment. And it's sad. I mean, you got to laugh at it because otherwise you cry, but it's pathetic, and we really need to have a focus, and that's why I love Huey Long so much, because Huey Long virtually almost never talked about foreign policy. Huey Long was all domestic, and that's what we need, because we're supposed to have American representatives, and we don't have any. Instead, we have people that pay attention to this nonsensical bipartisan foreign policy, which means they don't disagree on anything, and they don't.
And they don't, and I want to get into that because it leads right into the left-right paradigm.